next? How many messages will leave?
1, 2, 3, 4. I spoke to one person.
Cool. And how'd that conversation go?
This goes a little long.
That will
I
happen.
think that, yeah, I have to learn how to plant the seed in the beginning that I can't speak very well.
So, one script that I've heard is, I'm not gonna waste your time. I just wanted to call for a really quick conversation. I know you're busy. Something like that, like setting the stage. The other one I've heard is, I'm putting my real estate hat on for just a minute to make a phone call to touch base with you. Here's the bottom line. When you first start reaching out to a database that you have not been regularly speaking to, you're gonna have longer conversations.
Yeah.
Because these are the people that know you, right? The conversations will get shorter if you're really touching them every quarter. Does that make sense? Because you're staying up to date.
You don't have to catch up.
Yeah, and I mean, I would even tell my database in the beginning, I'd be like, I'm gonna be a better friend and call you like once a quarter and catch up. And they're like, oh, that'd be awesome, right? So they knew what I was gonna be doing. And then the conversations weren't, let's catch up about the last year and a half because we haven't been staying in touch. So I'm like, this is gonna help me be a better friend. That's just kind of how I looked at it, and it worked really well. Yeah, so that was,
Be a better friend.
yeah. So I'm gonna talk to you once a quarter because it's my job and I like to talk to you because you're my friend, right? So like make it real, right? Real conversations. That's why a lot of the conversations I have are Ford conversations. Is everyone familiar with Ford? F-O-R-D? You're looking at me, Micah, like, no. He's like, I don't want to say no, but okay, so let me explain something. When I ask if you don't know, if you know, you can say no, because then I want to explain it to you so you understand. Okay, so Ford is awesome. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. Now you don't have to call someone and be like, tell me about your family, what's going on? Tell me about work, what's going on? Tell me about fun, where you're going on vacation. What are your dreams for the future? You don't have to go through every letter. But it's the good points to touch on when you're talking to your friends, right? Those are the natural conversations that you have. You can touch on just one. You can touch on one, and then you end up in a little bit of a real estate conversation, and then you touch on another one, you get off the phone, right? So it doesn't have to be all four.
What's R?
R is recreation. So usually that's, you guys got any fun trips planned, or what have you been doing for fun lately? What do you do on the weekends? Those kind of conversations. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ford's really good, and we're working for it a lot these days. Like having, especially because, we're giving you scripts for that initial conversation, but then the conversation has to flow as a friend, right? So we give you more loose scripts as you're going into more conversations with your database moving forward. Yeah. How's it feeling? Pretty okay. Good. Poor thing. Right. Could be worse. At least it's still intact.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so handwritten notes. Who brought their note cards? You brought your note cards?
Yeah,
You ready to write notes?
sure.
Pull them out.
I mean, just free ones I got from the fair.
I don't care. That's awesome. I love it. That's
Oh,
perfect.
wow.
See, this is the
see 'em.
prepared guy. For those that are ill prepared, I'm going to give you 2 note cards. And I want you guys to write 2 note cards out. These are just, by the way, these aren't like open note cards. They're just a single page with an envelope. I'm giving you 2 each. All right. You're like bonus guys, so you know what? You're gonna get those 2 also.
I just had some made.
You just had nice.
I didn't know we had to bring them though.
No
But I love
worries.
these.
Now you know.
Classic.
So here's the thing. I bought this. This is my Target. So
I have that too.
it's like, I don't know what it was, $9.99, $14.99. Ton of cards, obviously. So I just don't want it to be, I didn't have cards, so I couldn't write. So we're gonna take about 5 minutes. There's some good scripts in here. So Mets. First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, depending on your writing, I feel like men write smaller and women write bigger, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
My handwriting sucks, and that's why I don't have notes.
You know what though? It's the fact that you took the time. Fall in love with your writing, it's okay. If I tried to write this whole thing, it would not fit on that note card. I'm gonna tell you right now, because my writing is huge, so I can write like 4 lines is about my max. But thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. It was great to catch up with you and let you know that what I've been up to with my business. I'm thrilled to be with Keller Williams, and I am available to you at any time. I would put to help you at any time, but To be an asset and resource to you, your family, and your friends. Please call me whenever a question or need comes up. I'll stay in touch. I appreciate you and wish you all the best. You don't have to write that. It's just a sample. It's for your inspiration. All right, so take 5 minutes, write your cards.
What page was that on? Oh, here it is.
9. Oh, because you're right. Yeah, no worries.
Looks really ugly. And also, what I did was, Sunday I was in Nicole, so I did face to face. And she.
Perfect.
And so now it's just going to that. So I did
Okay.
follow up, but in an even more
That's fine.
intimate way. So I feel
Yeah.
like I did that by way of a call.
That works.
Okay.
Whatever works for your system.